Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Welcome to a brand new day. I hope that you woke up this morning feeling great. I've got my cup of tea with me this morning. I've got my Prince of Wales, which is a variation on Earl Grey, I think. I have no idea the differences between the Prince of Wales and the Lady Grey and Earl Grey. They all taste great to me. So I have a great collection of teas. I try to do a different one every day, but I still have my favorites. What are your favorite teas? I'd love to know. But anyway, nice cup of tea. All is well with the world. So I do hope that you're well and feeling good this morning. When we started 60 and Me, one of our key sort of focus points was good health. Because you're not going to have much fun in your 60s if you're not feeling well. So, healthy aging, financial security, and independence and freedom were the real pivots of 60 and Me. And still come back every day to healthy aging, because if we don't have good health, we really cannot do all the things that we want to do. And there's a lot of women in our community facing all kinds of medical challenges, but one thing that a lot of people do deal with is blood pressure. Now, whether you have high blood pressure or not, I think that this article today is going to help you maybe establish some eating habits and some practices that will prevent you from having problems. And if you do have blood pressure problems, you can complement your existing medication or whatever else you're doing with just some other thoughts about what could be useful. Now, this article is by Dr. Sarah Brewer. Now, Sarah is a really amazing writer. This article is that I'm going to send you the link to is just incredible. It goes into very, very good detail about the different things that she recommends, lots of links, and of course, none of this is medical advice to you from me to you, but it is a very thoughtful article. And if you would like more backup to what we're saying today, go and check out the article. There's lots of detail there. Anyway, 1 in 3 people, 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. And that in itself is not a big challenge, because you can take medication and you can watch your diet and your weight and make other lifestyle choices. But it's when your blood pressure turns into hypertension that you can have challenges to deal with. So, the first point is why blood pressure matters. And of course, you need it to move the blood around your body. That's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you alive. And when you have blood pressure that is not at the right level, it puts extra pressure on your heart and other parts of your body. So it's important that blood keep moving around your body. It's super important to good health. But what's really important is that you support that function with healthy lifestyle choices. So, for example, if you have a weight issue, if you are a few pounds, if you're 10, 15 pounds overweight, just losing a few pounds can help with the pressure that it puts on your blood movement. And so it's really something to consider. Another thing like smoking and alcohol can have an impact on your blood pressure. So Sarah talks a little bit about that as well, and choices you can make to keep your blood pressure nice and even. That's what you need. Also, as you get older, the blood pressure does tend to sneak up because of the arteries. The arteries are hardening a little bit just with age, and that, of course, creates a little bit of a challenge with your blood moving through it. So you've got to make sure that you're doing everything you can to create a healthy environment for that natural function to take place. Now, one thing she recommends for sure is to cut back on salt. Now, salt is one of those things that is so controversial because you can't see it in everything. It's a little bit like sugar. If you eat processed foods that are in cans, almost certainly there's salt been added. And when you eat packaged soups, if you look at the sodium content in those soups, it's super high. And you don't really notice it. A lot of it is just because of the preservatives that they put in the soup, for example, but it just makes your whole body less efficient. So, for example, your kidneys are put under pressure when you eat a lot of salt. It just has to flush out all that toxin, and it takes the poor little kidneys a little bit more time to do that. So it's super important to your blood pressure to just watch your sodium intake. Another thing she recommends is to drink beetroot juice. Now, I don't actually like beetroots very much in salads, so I tend not to eat them. But apparently, if you drink it in a drink, and there's lots of really cool, healthy beetroot-based drinks now. In the UK, I know Marks and Spencer's does a super beetroot drink, which I really liked when I was visiting there. But basically, what it has in it is the nitrates, which which are absorbed into your circulation, so that helps your blood to move more freely through your body. And apparently, I don't know how this works, but just swill the juice around in your mouth before chew it, or chew the beetroot completely, because that activates these nitrates that go into your circulation, into your blood circulation. So things you learn. But so beetroot juice is good for you. Now, by the way, this is, as I said, it's not medical advice, so I'm not saying go out and buy beetroot juice, but it's a healthy thing. It's a natural plant, and if you have an access to a super beetroot drink, it's probably worth a try. Another thing that she recommends is to follow the DASH diet, and this is Dietary Approach to Stop Hypertension. DASH, and it's based on lots and lots of trials that show the nutritional value of this particular diet. Simple diet based really on the Mediterranean diet. Lots of plant foods and eating fruits and vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grain products, poultry and fish. So these are the things in the DASH diet that doesn't sound unfamiliar. These are exactly what we talk about in other situations. But eating less red meat, less fat, and less carbohydrates, and less sugary sweets. Now, this is another one like salt, where you don't really realize how much sugar you are eating because it's just embedded in tomato soup and all kinds of other things you'd never expect to find sugar. So sugary sweets are something to definitely be careful about, and just give your kidneys and your blood a chance to get into some normal kind of easy movement. Also, she says in that diet it includes potassium-based foods. So this is things like sweet potato and bananas, which I know a lot of people love, and also spinach, low-fat yogurt, celery, beans, legumes, lentils, those types of foods, and also parsley and sage for spices. These have got lots of potassium in them, and potassium is said to be super good for blood pressure. So even if you don't have blood pressure problems, these are good things to incorporate into your diet. Maybe you're already doing this. I often, when I do these articles, I often think, you probably know way more than me on some of this stuff. So just take it from where it's coming, and the article does cover everything in more detail. But anyway, the next thing that she suggests is to eat an apple a day. The doctor was right. Eat an apple a day, because apples have a substance which is actually, I think it's an antioxidant, flavonoids, it's called flavonoids. And they actually, in apples, really help with the efficient flow of blood through your body. So eating an apple a day keeps the doctor away is maybe a good mantra. But yeah, it's really good. And it actually has a blood pressure action that's similar to some of the medicines that you might take for blood pressure. These ACE inhibitor are the antihypertensive drugs. So really, really good advice there. And this one I like. This piece of advice is good, which is that chocolate is good for you. So enjoy a dark chocolate treat. I just discovered Lindt does a 70% cacao chocolate bar, and it says on the package mild. So it's not quite as bitter as a lot of the very high cacao volume chocolates. So I really like it, and so 70% plus is what's considered a really dark chocolate. So that's important. There's caffeine in those dark chocolates, but it kind of balances out. So that's another thing that has a good effect on your cholesterol and your blood pressure. So there you go. That's a really interesting one, dark chocolate. And it also provides other really important benefits like feeling good and happy and sensory delight. So chocolate's a funny one. But anyway, there's lots of other things you can do with just the way you live your life. Meditate, practice some meditative exercise like yoga or Pilates. Maybe you'd like to do something a bit more active, but those are ones that are good for the blood pressure. And also consider taking a magnesium supplement. I think that this is true. She talks about this fact that a lot of the ground that our plants are produced in have just been drained of natural minerals. So one thing that's often lacking in someone's diet is magnesium. So you can take magnesium supplement, and also they do spray, magnesium spray. But it's funny, these supplements go up and down in popularity, so I certainly don't want to get anyone off on a trend purchase. But do your homework and your research. You might find it's a good one to add. So I hope that's been useful. I hope it's given you some good ideas for healthy living, healthy aging, and to give you some constructive thoughts on how to manage your blood pressure properly. So anyway, I'd love your comments. If you take any foods, you enjoy any foods that are really helping you stay healthy, would like to know about that. Just leave them in the comment section. And I'd like to ask you a question. Do you have high blood pressure? And if so, what are you doing with your diet that is bringing it down for you, or is helping to maintain it? I'd be really interested to know what foods you're eating to help with your blood pressure. Okay, everyone. Well, I do hope you have a happy and healthy day. Have some great foods. Feed your body well. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you all back here again real soon. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye for now.